welcome back to another video. Today I'll be doing a video explaining everything I think is wrong with the Edwards 270 series of pull stations. Let's get started. So of course the Edwards 270 series pull station is one of the most iconic pull stations of all time. Go into literally any Hollywood set where there has to be fire alarms, and this is probably going to be the pull station they use as props. And it's just a really cool pull station. As you can see, it has the nice little stripes on the side. I really do like those stripes. It does give the pull station a lot of character. A lot of people really like the fact that the pull station is all metal. There's literally not like a piece of plastic anywhere except for the terminals on the back, but that's expected. The entire pull station is really aesthetically pleasing. It looks really nice. Of course, everybody knows that these pull stations can have a glass rod there, which is really neat. So with all these positive things in mind, why would anybody see anything wrong with these pull stations? Well, how do they open? Let's take a look at the top. They have this awful little screw. It's a flathead screw, and I hate flathead anyways, but that's okay. And to open this pull station, you take a flathead screwdriver, you stick it in there, and then you turn it, and then the pull station pops open. And these things strip out like crazy. It is so hard to not strip these things out, even if you use the exact size of screwdriver that is specified, because if you use a screwdriver that's too small for the diameter of the screw, or anything that's not the exact perfect size, it will strip out really fast. Of course, it's not designed to be it's just not designed to be, opened and closed all the time like an enthusiast would do. But even in a real building, every single year when these pull stations need to be tested, they will be opened and closed. And after just a few years of that, especially since, an installer might not be the most gentle with these pull stations, they're going to strip out pretty fast. That's another issue with these, is that even if the screw wouldn't strip out, what if you want to install a stopper 2 over it? Here I have a stopper 2, so let's say I want to have this over the pull station, and I install it like that. And how am I supposed to open the pull station in that case? Because when I lift the thing to try to open it, this thing, which is the mounting base, is going to be on the wall flush with that pull station. And you can see that the plastic thing will protrude a little bit out of the wall. So that's going to cover up that screw terminal perfectly, to the point where you'll have to either mount the stopper like this, in which you'll still have to put the screwdriver at a significant angle to open it, which will definitely strip the pull station, or you just can't use a stopper at all. Now, of course, these pull stations are fully metal, so you wouldn't need a stopper just to protect it. But what if you want to put it in an area where, tampering is a big deal? Of course, you could put in a glass rod, but the glass rod isn't going to do a whole lot, considering they break so easily, and it's not going to deter very many people. Another thing I really don't like about these pull stations, and this applies to pretty much all metal pull stations, but it's just something I've noticed specifically with these. I don't know what it is about how these things are designed, but the Edwards 270 SPO is the pull station I have had the most problems with getting them to activate. So generally speaking, brand new out of the box, you can pull it really easy like that, and there's not much of an issue with it. However, after a few years, the pull station will start to look something like this. So as you can see, there's some pretty severe corrosion on the back. If I go ahead and try to open it, which it's a little difficult because obviously the screw, but also this pull station is so corroded. You can see it doesn't slide very easily anymore. Inside, so much rust. This is after I sanded a lot of it off. This thing was covered. Inside of here, this metal mechanism, it's just really easy to just, jam up and everything, because after these get dirty and you try to pull it, this one, when I first got it, it was disgusting, and when I tried to pull it, it just seized up because it just would not pull, and turns out that there was some pretty severe flaking. So basically the rust from here, part of the metal was flaking off, and it got jammed into the mechanism, so I had to use a Dremel to get that out, which was really fun. Literally all I see wrong with these pull stations. Everything else about these pull stations is fantastic. I really do like these pull stations. Just for collector use, but also at the same time, I really don't think they're really good for collector use because of the fact to open them, you have to have a screwdriver. Now, of course, everybody does know the little trick where instead of using a screwdriver every time, you can actually just take your finger and then push on that little tab, and it just pops open usually. This one's being a little difficult because it's annoying. Okay, you get the point. Usually you can just push on that latch and it will open up, but, not everybody can do that if, your pull station is mounted on the wall. And that's another thing. If you have any situation where this pull station is going to be recessed behind the wall, whether it's like in one of those fire alarm boxes or whatever, then you're not going to be able to reset this pull station. And even then, I really don't like pull stations that have to have a screwdriver to reset, because it just makes it so easy for, just an ordinary person to just open your pull station, as in, like, they can just bring a regular screwdriver and pop it open. And also, it's not disguised very well. Like, the screw is literally just right there. It does not take a genius to figure out that that screw will open the pull station. But yeah, that's pretty much, that's actually everything I have to say. Everything else about them is nice. They're good display pieces. They look pretty cool. So yeah, thank you for watching.